As Emily walked toward the bus stop, she noticed a man sitting on the concrete steps outside a closed grocery store. He looked to be in his late 40s, maybe early 50s. His jacket was thin, his shoes worn down at the heels, and his face carried the kind of exhaustion that sleep alone could never fix. A small cardboard sign rested beside him. It didn't ask for money. It simply said, "Just trying to get through today." Emily slowed her steps. She felt that familiar tug in her chest, the one that said, "You see him, and if you keep walking, you'll never forget that you did." At the same time, another voice whispered, "You're already running late. You can't help everyone." She hesitated. People passed by without a glance. A woman nearly bumped into the man's outstretched leg and rolled her eyes. A group of teenagers laughed loudly as they walked past. The man lowered his gaze, as if he had learned long ago that making eye contact only made things worse. Emily took 2 more steps, then stopped. She turned around. "Hey," she said softly, not sure why her voice felt shaky. The man looked up, surprised, as if no one had spoken directly to him in days. His eyes were tired but gentle. "Morning," he replied. Are you hungry?" Emily asked. The man gave a small, almost embarrassed smile. "A little. But it's okay. I'm used to it." Something about the way he said that, like hunger was just another routine part of his day, hit Emily hard. Without another word, she walked back toward the coffee shop on the corner. 10 minutes later, she returned with a paper bag and another cup of coffee. She handed them to him, careful not to make a big deal out of it. "I got you a sandwich and some coffee. It's nothing fancy, but it's warm." The man stared at the bag as if it were something fragile and rare. "You didn't have to do this," he said quietly. "I know," Emily replied. "But I wanted to." He took the bag with hands that trembled just slightly. "Thank you," he said. His voice cracked on the last word. Emily was about to leave when he spoke again. "Can I tell you something?" She nodded and sat down on the step beside him, ignoring the cold seeping through her coat. "My name's David," he said. "I used to have a normal life. I had a job, a house, a family. I worked construction for over 20 years. Then I got injured on the job. Couldn't work for a while. Bills piled up. My wife got sick of the stress. She took our son and left. After that, everything just fell apart." Emily listened without interrupting. "I've been out here for almost a year," David continued. "Most days people don't even look at me. It makes you feel invisible, like you don't exist anymore." He paused, staring at the coffee cup in his hands. "But today," he said, his voice shaking now, "you looked at me. You talked to me like I'm a person. That was when it happened." David's shoulders began to shake. Tears rolled down his face and he quickly tried to wipe them away, embarrassed. "I'm sorry," he said. "I didn't mean to." "It's okay," Emily said gently. "You don't have to apologize." "I forgot what it feels like," David whispered. "To be seen. To matter." Emily felt tears sting her own eyes. In that moment she realized something important. Kindness wasn't just helping someone else. It was healing both sides at the same time. They sat in silence for a few seconds. The city noise faded into the background. Before she left, Emily reached into her bag and pulled out a small piece of paper. She wrote down the address of a local community center her mom used to volunteer at. "They help with job placement and temporary housing," she said. "I can't promise anything, but it's a start." David took the paper like it was a lifeline. "Thank you," he said again. This time his voice was steadier, stronger. Emily missed her bus that morning. She arrived late to work and got a warning from her supervisor. But something inside her felt lighter than it had in months. Weeks passed. One evening, as Emily was leaving the same coffee shop, she heard someone call her name. "Emily." She turned around. It was David. He stood taller now. He wore clean clothes and his face looked brighter, fuller. He held a small paper bag in his hand. "I found you," he said with a smile. "I wanted to say thank you. I went to that center you told me about. I got into a work program. I start a steady job next week." Emily's heart raced. "That's amazing," she said. David handed her the bag. Inside was a muffin and a handwritten note. The note read, "You didn't just buy me food. You reminded me I'm still human. I won't ever forget that. Emily couldn't speak. Tears filled her eyes as she looked up at him.